Hello students, today we are doing part 2 of lesson 7 for standard 5, Major Dhyan Chand. So come along, let's continue with the lesson.
This video was made just for you. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe. Using his amazing skills of dribbling and his near magical game, he began to send one pass after another to the players in the D, that is, in the defenders or opponent's area from where they could make goals. So, what did he do is after he had removed his shoes, he started running and he used his amazing skills because he was known to play very good match. Once the ball came to him, he would not allow anyone to take the ball. So in 1928 this is what happened. They in 1928 Olympic Games, when they saw that the ball, once it came to him, they it wouldn't go to any other opponent or player, so they broke the stick, okay, to see if he had put some magnet or something. So they were very doubtful, but it was not the case. So Dhyan Chand had amazing skills. He was very very good at playing the hockey match, okay, and his skill of dribbling and his near magical game. So it was like magic when Dhyan Chand played. So people would come specially to watch his game. So he had the skill of dribbling the ball, and he began to send one pass after another to the players. So, as soon as the ball came to him, he would not just play on his own, but he would pass the ball to other players of the Indian team, okay, in the D. What is a D? So, if you look at the picture alongside, you will see the D is a place both on the defenders as well as the opponent's area from where they could make the goals. Okay, so that is the place, that is the opponents and the defenders area. Okay, so from where they can make the goals. So he would pass to the players in the D, and then what would happen is from where they too did not let the passes go waste. So they means the defender, okay, the players who got the ball. So if they got the ball, they did not let the passes go waste. That is, they would turn it into a goal. Okay, so the Indian team scored three more goals. So like this, with the help of Dhyan Chand would take the ball somehow to himself, and he would dribble it and pass it to the other players in the T, and these players would not go let this thing go waste, and they made and turned it into a goal. So they made three more goals like that. Now we should remember that they had made four more goals earlier, and Germany had just made one goal. So now the score became 7-1. Okay, so 7 of the Indian team and 1 of the German team. Now, Dhyan Chand could have easily made the goals himself from his own position. So, wherever Dhyan Chand was there, he was so good at his game that he could have just made the goal. Okay, himself. He could have just pushed the ball and shot the ball in such a way that it could have become a goal himself. But he never played a selfish game. So, he was not such a selfish person to, just make goals for himself, because hockey is a team game. It has to be a team effort. All the other players are also there to play. So skillfully, he took the ball away from the German defenders and made it possible for the players in the D to score goals. So he would very, very skillfully, he was very good at taking the ball from the German defenders, and then he made it possible to pass it to the other players in the D, and these players turned it into goals. So this way they could make three more goals. So in all they made 7 goals. The German strategy had proved fruitless. That is, you remember the Germans had played a very novel strategy. That is, they had used a new technique of playing the game. Okay, and what was the technique of passing the ball at short distances? So that was their technique that they had used in this game. But this technique or this strategy had proved fruitless, means useless. Okay, why? Because they could hardly make any goals, isn't it? They have just made one goal. So a defeat stared them in the face. Now Defeat means they were sure to lose the game, and stared them in the face means they were surely to lose the game. Okay, so the defeat was inevitable, that is surely they were going to be defeated because they had just made one goal, and the Indian team had already made 7 goals, isn't it? So some of the frustrated German players, frustrated means angry and irritated, because now they were getting angry. Why they were getting angry? Because they were, at first, before playing the game, they were sure to win. They were so confident that they would win, and they were in their host country, so they were playing in their own land. So that means all the people, it would be a shameful act for them, no, if they lose the match in front of their own people. So that is why they were getting very, very irritated and angry. So some of the frustrated German players then resorted to a rough game. Resorted means they started doing that. Okay, a rough game. So they started playing anyhow. Okay, the German goalkeeper pounced on Dhyan Chand and hurt him. So at one time, the goalkeeper pounced on him. Pounced on him means jumped over him and hurt Dhyan Chand. But Dhyan Chand was a true soldier. Okay, Dhyan Chand was a soldier. He was in the Indian army. So he was a true soldier. He wouldn't get, easily taken back by such small injuries, because he's used to, fighting for the country. So he's used to injuries. So he was a true soldier. After a little first aid, that he applied a little first aid, and he immediately returned to the field and held the spectators spellbound with his game. So after a little first aid, applying some ointment or something, he immediately returned to the field and held the spectators spellbound. Spectators, who are the spectators? Spectators are people who come to watch an event. So those people were spellbound. Spellbound means truly surprised, amazed, astounded at his game. Okay, they were really surprised. They were stopped and they were just watching him play. Okay, the spectators. At last, he scored the last goal of the match just as the game drew to a close. So, just when the game was getting closed, that is, it was getting over, the game was getting over, Dhyan Chand scored another goal. So the Indian team had won third time in a row. Okay, so Indian team won against Germany in the finals of the Olympic Games in 1936, and by how much? They had made 8 goals and Germany could just make one goal. Okay, and Indian team had won third time in a row. Now third time means, remember, in 1928 they had won the game, as well as in 1932 also. So 1928, 1932 and 1936. So 3 times in a row. In a row means one after the other without any gaps, not any time. Okay. 1928, because Olympic Games are held once in 4 years. So 1928, 1932 and 1936. It was a hat trick. So when is it called a hat trick? When any game, any player wins a game 3 times in a row, one after the other. Indians were the third time winners of the Olympic gold medal. So, since they won the match, won the finals, they got the gold medal. Now, this is the third time they got the gold medal. Although Hitler left the stadium before the match was over, he was impressed by Dhyan Chand's game. Now, Hitler had not waited for the full match, okay, to get over. He had left it before only because he realized that Germany is losing the match, and maybe he did not want to face that, of being the ruler of a losing team. So, he had left the stadium much, much earlier, okay, but he came to know, he had seen Dhyan Chand play, and he was very impressed by Dhyan Chand's game, how Dhyan Chand played. It is said that the German dictator had offered Dhyan Chand a higher salary. Now nobody knows for sure, but it is said that German dictator, that is Hitler, had offered Dhyan Chand a higher salary. He said that I will give you much higher salary than what your government is giving, what you get, what you're earning, and rank. Now, what is a rank? Rank means a post, because we know that he had joined the Indian army. So he said, "You come here, and I will give you a higher salary as well as a higher post, higher rank. Okay, in the German army. So you have to if you join the German army, I will give you more salary, and you can join the army." if he agreed to play on behalf of Germany. So he says, if you play on behalf of Germany under the German team, okay, so I will offer you a higher salary as well as a higher rank in the German army. But Dhyan Chand turned down the offer. Turned down the offer means he said no. He said, I don't play for money, but I play for my country. So that is what he said. And so you can imagine Dhyan Chand rejected the very fierce ruler of that time. Okay, the dictator Hitler, whom everybody was scared of. So he rejected his offer after the celebrated victory in the Olympics. So, when after the Olympic Games, there are lots of events, lots of parties, lots of celebrations that are done. Okay, so after all the celebrations were over, Hitler awarded a special gold medal to Dhyan Chand. So, Hitler gave a special gold medal to Dhyan Chand for playing a very nice hockey game. So, even Hitler was Dhyan Chand's great fan. You may be aware that hockey is our national sport. So, you should know, children, that hockey is our national sport and national sport of India. And Major Dhyan Chand's birthday, that which falls on August 29th, is celebrated as National Sports Day in India. So, in India, National Sports Day is celebrated on Dhyan Chand's birthday, which is on August 29th. And also, the famous National Stadium in Delhi is named after the great hero Dhyan Chand. Named after means the name of that stadium is given as Dhyan Chand Stadium. Why? Because of this great hero. Who knows? Perhaps one of you may carry the legacy of Dhyan Chand further and win great glory for our country. Now, it is said that no other player has yet been born who could play like Dhyan Chand. Okay, but who knows? Perhaps one of you, any one of you, the future generation, may carry on the legacy of Dhyan Chand. Legacy means this tradition of winning great matches, playing great hockey match could take it further and win great glory for our country. Great glory means greatness for our country. Okay, great name, fame, glory, everybody will recognize, isn't it? Even in those days, Hitler, whom everybody was scared of, he also offered Dhyan Chand, to join the German team. Not only that, he was so impressed of his game that he gave him a gold medal. I hope you learned quite a lot about Dhyan Chand. Do remember, do try to find more information about Dhyan Chand from the internet and learn more about him.
Let's read some of the incidents from Major Dhyan Chand's life. The lifeless hockey stick used to come alive in the hands of Dhyan Chand. Now we know that the hockey stick does not have life, but when it was in the hand of Dhyan Chand, it is to be, they used to feel as if the stick itself has life, the way it is to move along with the ball. When he dribbled, the ball just wouldn't leave his stick. So he had that capability or that skill that whenever he got the ball, so the ball would be as if it is sticking to the stick. So it wouldn't leave the stick at all. Some people even stole his sticks and broke them open to see whether they contained a special glue or magnet. So they just couldn't believe. They they couldn't believe that such a thing can happen. A person could be so skilled as to, that the ball would not leave his stick. So nobody could take the ball from once it went to Dhyan Chand. Nobody could be able to take the ball away from him. So they were so surprised and they had doubts. They thought that he had some kind of glue. Glue is some gum, okay, or maybe magnet attached to it. So what they would do is they would break the stick and to find out what is it that he has put, but they couldn't find anything. Dhyan Chand was even made to play with other ordinary sticks, but even then his play was as charismatic as ever. So what they would do, sometimes they had so much doubt that they would say, no, 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 give that stick here. There's some this thing. Take this stick. So they would just hand in over any stick. But Dhyan Chand was such a person that he could play with any stick because that was the inbuilt skill that he had. Okay, so that was a talent that he had developed. So nobody could take that away from him, and everybody loved him playing. Now let's read another incident. Dhyan Chand's real name was Dhyan Singh. He was a soldier in the Indian Army. He couldn't practice his game during the day because he used to be busy on his duty as a soldier. So his real name was Dhyan Singh and not Dhyan Chand. And he was a soldier in the Indian Army. And because he was in the Indian Army, of course, he had to do his duty as a soldier. No, as a soldier, they have so much of work to do. So he had to do the duty. So he couldn't practice. Hockey also requires a great practice. So what he would do is, that is why he used to practice at night in moonlight. Now, night in those days, it was not so well lit, the grounds and all that. So we are talking about in 1920s and 30s. So the grounds were not very well lit. So what he used to do is, whenever there was full moon, okay, under the moonlight, he would practice. It is believed that his coach fondly began to call him Dhyan Chand. Okay, so coach, the person who was coaching him, his coach, started calling him Dhyan Chand. Why Chand? Chand meaning moon, because he used to play in the moonlight. So the name stayed with him. That is why afterwards everybody started calling him Dhyan Chand. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Do solve the exercise given to you at the end of the lesson. To check your answers and for more free worksheets, you can visit our website at www.jkacademypro.com. You'll get the link in the description box below.